Well, sorry about that. All things are made new again with Christ Jesus. Speaking of divorce, which I just did a Bible study on, because they were asking Jesus about, putting away your wife. If you got divorced before your calling, in your heathen days, before the call, before the change, it's my opinion that you can remarry after you've gotten the call. I don't think it would really matter if you got married. I've been divorced twice, let's just say. Divorced in 85 and divorced in 2009. And the Lord called me began the calling, I would say, in 2012, but really, really called me in 2017. That's when the real process began, when I was actually in truth, understanding God doesn't love everybody, understanding the true gospel and what the true gospel is. And that was really 2017, 2018, 2019. And so at that point, therefore, if any man be in Christ, which didn't occur for me until 2017, he is a new creature at that point. You're born again. Old things are passed away, including your divorces. Behold. I mean, did y'all just see that? I mean, ugh. Behold, all things are become new. So, which means, in my opinion, I could remarry. And that's my own opinion. Let God be true and every man a liar. So take everything I share with you to prayer, and you make up your own mind. I'm just giving you my opinion. I'm not dogmatic about that, but the Lord doesn't have it in my heart that I cannot marry. So, I don't know what to tell you. If I'm a goat and by marrying somebody would damn me, then of course the Lord will make sure that I marry somebody. But it's not the only sin, I'm sure, that I would not be repentant of. It would be other sins that he never brought me out of. Galatians 5:19 through 21 does give you that list of sins where it says at the end, those which do such things shall not inherit the kingdom. So, if I'm a sheep, then I'm a sheep. If I'm a goat, then I'm a goat. I don't have any control over that. But I feel like things are put in my heart for this or for that or for that or for this. And that's one of the things he's put in my heart, that it's not an issue. And if it's already in my heart that I can do it, then I've already committed it anyway, whether I actually marry somebody or not. So there's a lot of ways to look at it, like, oh, well, he won't find you a wife because you're not supposed to have one. Fine. But it's already in my heart that I'm looking. So, wouldn't I already be committing it because it's in my heart? So I don't know. I don't know what to say. That's just my thoughts on it. And so let's get over to out there. I like my. I tell you, they've been trolling me. Like they troll us. I tell y'all, they've been trolling me since day one, right? And so there's a post from December 27th. I ordered another one of my pillows. This is back in 2014. Did the AI know that I made? Of course it did. The My Pillow guy became what? big supporter of the Antichristos. My first date with Ms. You Know Who, Ms. 88, was Fun with Dick and Jane. Yep, Taya Leone. And of course, Jim Carrey. But look who else was in there. Of course, it was our first date. Alec Baldwin. I mean, you can't make it up, can you? So, by the way, my internet's not working tonight. There we go. Mr. April 3rd. Now, speaking of April, I had a dream. I had a dream. I had a dream that I married this girl who's actually born April 5th. She's a Facebook friend and she's somebody I dated, but she is not somebody I would marry. It's back in my wild days. Nice girl. You know, don't mean any, she might watch this, so just keep it at that. We haven't spoken in years. A lot of it has to do, I'm sure, with my posts. And when I married, or when I met my second wife, it was on October 22nd, which was day 195. I'm sorry, on day 295, October 22nd, day 295. When I married her, it was day 195. 2 TO 95. 1 WON 95. Well, what about day 95? That was the girl's birthday that I had the dream about. So was the Lord trying to tell me something about day 95? It is April 5th. It portals over okay, let's see if we can do this. I forget what it was. I think it's day 85. Yeah, 85 days, April 5th. It portals back to when the Seahawks played the Pittsburgh Steelers. So I'm going to go ahead on and say, obviously, if nothing happens to him, we need to look at till Tuesday, April 5th, without a doubt. Let me see, November, December, January, February, March, April. But assuming he goes down before then, what is going to happen on that day? Or is that the day I somehow remarry her because the world has gotten extremely chaotic? Maybe her fiance's dead. Would we really marry legally, or would it just be a spiritual thing? I don't know, but that's a weird, that was weird that I had that dream. And today, the 28th, unless it was the 27th, it was the 27th or the 28th. I believed it to be the 28th. That was our first date. It would have been what now? 16 years ago today, or tonight. Because this is early. We are 12:43 a.m. This is early Tuesday morning. The 28th was on a Wednesday. And we went to see Fun with Dick and Jane, like I said, with Alec Baldwin, of all people, of course. And I was her what? The 88, right? So yeah. Where are we? All right, let me see where we're at with anything else. Dr. J.U. Rack says sports car is 33. Dr. E. Brown is 33. J.C. Penney. Two pine trees, 55. Life preserver, 55. Remote control, 58. Martin Seamus McFly, 58. 9/11 Twin Towers equals 88. Firmament Constellations equals 88. John DeLorean Time Machine, 88. Time traveling DeLorean cars, 88. Skateboard, 33. Vehicle parking lot, 88. Einstein Dog, 58. Experiments, 58. John DeLorean, 58. Enterprises, 58. Time Machine, 55. Tesla, Neuralinks, 55. Groundhog, 55. Breakfast, lunch, dinner, 88. World Trade Center, 911, 88. Appreciate you, Dr. J.U. Rex. So I continue on to watch the movie. Western Auto is something I would like Michael to take a look at. And we're at 1:15 in the movie again, as you can see. 1:15 in the movie. I do believe that's what it is. And right eye, 9 for the 9/11 they show us later in the street, with that being the 9. I don't know if there's any 11 in the shot, but again, it's on the 15th, y'all. That's the second movie in a row that in 1 hour and 15 minutes in, they give you a right eye. Back to the Future and The Dark Knight Rises, both at an hour. That is so big, y'all. That's just so big. And don't forget the Gator players, y'all. The Chosen One that they did the article on, they called him the Chosen One, and he went from wearing number 15 to number 1 this year. Jacob Copeland, the Chosen One. Jacob Copeland, the Chosen One. So he went from wearing number 15 to number 1, and they called him the Chosen One. So, golly. I mean, seriously, 1:15? I don't think that's a 1:13. I'll go back and look. It went out on me. I never did turn it off, and I think it just froze up, got old, got tired. Hope it's not out. I'll have to order one on the fly. Michael said, don't forget Charlton Heston was in Planet of the Apes. At the end of the movie, the Statue of Liberty had been destroyed. They used him in movie after movie to tell us what's coming. That is fascinating, because he also played Moses and all the biblical characters. So he's playing the things of biblical proportions. Let's get on down here and take a look at, hang on, let me finish loading this. Yes, first.
God sends him, and we get our word direction from that. The evaluation
talks about gematria.
Invented, and we know that God had his stamp on this long before.
He does some gematria with the Bible.
Signed to each one of the letters exactly what these things meant in what we call gematria.
All right, so he sort of explained what gematria. All right, so I guess he already did explain it, huh? Dilly dilly. Oh, dilly dilly. Why did I look that up? I don't remember. That was a long time ago. Remember when they said dilly dilly?
That God directs his steps. Now, let me give you that word, way. I'm going to give this to you in what we call gematria.
Fair use, commentary, fair use, educational purposes.
Gematria.
So Jim Brown at Grace and Truth Ministries.
Is the evaluation of each of the letters of the Hebrew or the Greek alphabet that was assigned as the language was being created and invented. And we know that God had his stamp on this long before the commentary,
fair use. Educational purposes, Jim Brown, Grace and Truth Ministries.
Israelites, long before Abraham, when there was nothing but a Hebrew Chaldean language way back in the ancient world, they assigned to each one of the letters an exact equivalent, and God brought all of this about and showed exactly what these things meant in what we call gematria.
And he goes way more in depth on it. Wonder what my dilly came up to. I don't remember. That's interesting. I forgot about that. You might want to take a look at that. Remember when they all said dilly? Wish I could speed that up. Just like God did to give us his word and so forth. And it's popular, everything that you and everybody go. Sure enough, the first thing I saw, what does it come to? When I first started scrolling down was the grave. Oh, they're all saying the grave. Dilly, because that's where all goats are going. They're going to the grave. Interesting. Wonder if there's some Trump stuff in that, Michael. Dilly, remember those? So what they're saying is the grave. Yep, they're all saying we're going to hell, basically, and happy to do it. They're championing. That's where you know, if you're not saved, full dead. Dilly, the grave. They're great. The Grateful Dead. Dilly. They're happy to be. Yeah. Okay. Got it. This is that old commercial. So ESPN. Narrows the gate. Drew Brees commercial. ESPN. Narrows the way, narrows the gate. I can show you all that one on a different one, but it was Paul McCartney's album that I think is more toward the end. All right, let's go over what gematria is before I do. Breeze color to destruction. And many. We're raiding the castle. Sorry about that. This is the one where he gets locked. Anyway, I could have swore I saw Paul McCartney album cover on that, and because Paul McCartney's latest album cover, where was that? The latest Paul McCartney album, the album cover was crazy. Oh, good grief, he's had one since then. Okay. Egypt Station, Paul McCartney album cover. I mean, it's called Egypt Station, people. There's your sun. 1, 2, 3 on top, 1, 2, 3 on bottom, and then 2 across the side, 8 total, just like Biff's ashtray with the 8-pointed star. And I mean, it's all about Trump, guarantee it. Egypt Station, Paul McCartney. It's got a goat on it. Well, they're not showing you the whole album, are they? There's the goat. It's a long old goat, long old horns, isn't it? Very interesting. And oh, what else? Hang on just a second. Yes, I've been stalling because I knew there was something else I needed to do, and it was these videos from my other channel. Remember, this is my backup channel. If you don't hear from me for a while, then come to Telling Truth 3. It's got you know who kissing, well, his birthday is Flag Day. And so Johnny Be Good is something I want Michael to put a gematria take on, because they played it. They played Johnny Be Good. And the words I texted it to Jamie, who's from Louisiana, and she goes, all roads point back to Louisiana. I'm like, yes, they do. People say all roads lead to Rome. Oh, I'd say they first go to Louisiana, then they head to Rome. Johnny B. Good lyrics. Obviously, I say that facetiously. The Roman Empire was before anything in Louisiana. But deep down in Louisiana, close to New Orleans, way back in the woods, among the what? The evergreens. What was on the ship that blocked the way in the Panama Canal? The evergreen. What's Christmas all about? The evergreen. Barbara Streisand sang a love song too. The evergreen. It's all about the tree goddess, Lucifer. So Johnny B. Good would be something to gematria. Michael, who never ever learned to read and write, play guitar, ring a bell, his guitar, can he sing? Anyway, I thought that was pretty interesting. And so they get into the lyrics here about the evergreen. Way down in Louisiana, down in New Orleans. Way back in the woods among the evergreens. Of course, the tree goddess, Lucifer, Astarte, Asherah. The things that are hidden, right? That we just never really understood. And I'm sitting here saying to myself, I started a little late. Of course, he's up there, but I was like, is it me? Or is this Batman falling? Is that Batman falling on Groundhog Day? And don't forget, Groundhog Day portals back over to the cellar door day of December 18th, cold full moon, which came to cellar door and 201 for event 201. So it portals over to 202. Yeah, I just thought, they sure are scrambling a lot of stuff around for us. Now I'm done. Love y'all very much.